876. Good afternoon. This is Dr. John Bennett from Miami, Florida, and InternetMedicine.com. This is part of the Hangout series of the neurology section of the website. Included in the neurology section is the patient support section, and one of the fledgling patient support areas is dystonia, and that's how I ran into our present guest. I was browsing in the internet, and I ran across a nice lady that wrote a book about her experiences, a book called The Eyes of the Lion, and I have here with me Cindy Yi Kong. She's from Oklahoma, and we're basically going to have an interview with her and talk about her life, as well as talk about her book. Good afternoon, Cindy.
Good afternoon, John. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, thank you for coming. You're in the library now. I haven't been in the library for a while.
Yeah, that's the only place I could use their internet to get proper speed.
Well, we're here for your message. It doesn't matter where it comes from. So we'll just talk a little bit about, I'm like probably a typical doctor, Cindy. I don't know much about dystonia, and maybe some of the audience does not either. Could you tell me when you have dystonia now, correct?
I have dopa responsive dystonia. It's a little bit different from dystonia itself, but it fall into the same category. The difference with dopa responsive dystonia is a mutation of a gene called tyrosine hydrogenase. That gene mutated, and that gene is responsible of choline, which is sending a synapse from one signal to another, which is the next chain of the production, which is dopamine. And dopamine is the precursor of three neurotransmitters, which is norepinephrine, epinephrine, and serotonin.
Okay.
Saying like my chain is broken and the synapse is blocked.
Okay.
The movement is blocked. So without treatments, I would have spasm and twitching, slurred speech,
okay.
And I have what you call a flat affect, and I had to do oral exercises every day to keep myself tone muscle so I don't look like I'm mad all the time. But sometimes if I don't be aware of myself and just a straight face, look like I'm mad all the time because I have the flat affect.
Okay.
Response to dystonia, that's because of the condition that had to do with the disease in the brain. It affect my learning ability, where I have what you call the central auditory processing disorder, which I have a hard time with oral informations and or some basically is a communication disorder where I learn things differently. And it takes me longer to learn things. I don't learn things just by listening what people say. I had to see it in written text to understand things, okay. Instructions. So, and because I grew up in an abusive alcoholic family.
Okay.
Being immigrants, and my parents doesn't speak English.
Okay.
And growing in a home that's dysfunctional, I wasn't proper. We don't have, private insurance.
Okay.
And I wasn't properly cared for until 1995. I was able to apply for Medicaid.
Okay.
I was able to get proper care when I was have an episode with my body
Okay. Well,
And
okay, Cindy, we'll go through the course of your disease, but let me ask you a few questions first, okay?
sure,
So it is a treatable disease, correct?
yes, but
Okay.
it's not perfect. Stress, you have to monitor your stress level. If you under extreme, if you don't have proper rest and sleep and break from stress, then
Okay.
your condition just emerge.
Okay. Now, Cindy. So it affects both your voluntary muscles and your involuntary muscles and your brain too, right?
Well, it started in the brain
Okay.
because the brain which control everything,
Right. So it affects the way you think.
emotion, focus. Then I'm all, the condition is not curable, but because I'm always going to have to battle with it, I'm always going to have to take medication. I'm always going to battle with my learning disability and my limitation, physical limitations. So I can't be out at night. And
Okay.
if I if I if I'm stressed and if I don't take a break, then my condition, the twitching will emerge.
Right.
And I
Right.
have to take proper rest.
Okay. Cindy, since I know so little about it, let's start at the very beginning. How old were you before you first noticed something different?
Um, I was born normally until the age of 8.
Okay. Do you remember it first coming on? Any problems for when it first came on, the dystonia?
It it started progressively when my hands was becoming weaker. I wasn't able to help out the classroom
Okay.
because I was a top student in class, and
Okay.
teacher would ask me to help out, pass out paper to the students, and
Okay.
my hands would just drop the paper. I wasn't able to hold the paper on my
Okay.
hand, and then I walked. All of a sudden, I fell on the floor with
Okay.
no reason, and it just progressively get worse, and
Okay, so when did you first go to the doctor, or when did the school say, wait a minute, something is wrong here, you need to go see a doctor? How long did it take before either your family or the school noticed something that said, hey, you better go see somebody, something's going on?
well, if I can't walk and coordinate my hands and feet,
Okay.
uh, something is wrong.
Oh, yeah,
Apparently,
okay. So how soon after the onset did you go see the doctor? Like
when
a month later, a week later, a year later?
I don't remember exactly, but
Okay.
when my condition got to the point I wasn't able to function,
Oh, okay.
so my mother took me to the doctor immediately. And we
Okay.
went back to China first, and then uh, at the 8 years old, I was still living in Hong Kong. And
Okay.
then my mother took me back to China, and they still wasn't able to diagnose me. It took,
Okay.
and I got better temporarily, but
Okay.
then it got, and
Well,
then when I immigrate here,
okay. When did they first tell you you had dystonia?
I met my father for the first time, and he was an alcoholic, and my condition got worse. Like I
Okay.
say, stress made me worse.
Okay.
So being in that kind of environment, you
Okay.
know, I don't get better.
Okay. So you were diagnosed in China? They told you in China you had dystonia?
No, I wasn't diagnosed in China.
Okay.
I
So,
was, like I say, please forgive me, Dr. Janet, Dr. Bennett.
okay.
I don't have dystonia. I had dopa responsive dystonia. It's a little bit different
Oh,
than
okay, okay, okay,
regular dystonia, but
okay,
it's fall in the same category.
okay, okay.
I didn't
I'm sorry, go ahead.
I didn't get properly treated until like um, after college when I graduated from Stony Brook University.
Oh, okay. So you went through all through junior high school and high school, and you weren't being treated for it, or no one knew what was going on?
I think I was treated for dystonia,
Okay,
which is wasn't I had medication like Artane, quinine, Tegretol, but it didn't treat my condition because I
okay,
don't have dystonia. I
okay,
had dopa responsive dystonia, which is I don't my brain doesn't produce the neurotransmitter called dopamine.
oh,
So
okay,
I need something L-DOPA that which convert to dopamine. So
oh,
all the
okay,
medication they gave me didn't treat my condition until 1995. My condition got worse.
okay,
I had to I had to call the ER and they sent me to Cornell Medical Center. That's when my condition was properly diagnosed. But
okay,
then it took another probably another 10 years to find out that both of my parents are the carrier. They had the recessive gene, and I got both of their recessive gene.
okay,
My brother, both of my brothers are the carrier, but they don't have the disease because they don't have two recessive genes. So 20% of my I didn't learn about that until 2010 when I went to a geneticist who did a geneticist testing
okay,
on me and find out both of my parents had recessive gene. So it's passed on through recessive gene. They call it autosomal recessive gene.
right,
So that's how it's passed and is 1 in 1 million people had dopa.
wow,
It's a rare condition.
okay. And now it's in both females and males, right? Not just females. And you just happen to,
I haven't really studied whether female or male are more susceptible or is a gender specific more susceptible to it. I haven't
okay.
really read about that, so I can't really comment
Oh,
on
okay.
it.
Okay. Now at Cornell, they put you on dopamine, correct? L-Dopa. Did you notice a difference right away, or was it a gradual improvement, or what happened then?
They put me on Cinemax, which is carb, carbidopa L-Dopa, L-Dopa, which converted to L-Dopa, which converted to dopamine,
Okay.
and that's I feel I was I felt really great when I first took it,
Okay.
and I feel the difference. I feel my condition was under control.
Okay.
So, but then again, stress, monitoring stress is primarily important. If I overdo things, the medicine wouldn't do anything for me.
Really?
Yeah.
So it's that dependent on stress levels.
Yes. Yes.
Hmm.
Yes. If I overextend myself, the medicine will not control. I'll get worse.
Okay.
So it's really, dependent on the stress level. Even you are.
But you still have to take some medicine, right? Even
Huh?
if you had even if you had no stress, you would still take medicine, correct? If you had if
Yes.
you so it does improve if you don't have stress. But if you have stress, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you take the medicine. It doesn't help, correct?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Okay. And you take it, what's the dosage you take? Do you remember?
I take cinnamon 25 milligram,
Okay.
and I also take because of cinnamon it has unfavorable side effect, so I only take a half for the whole week,
Hmm.
half tablet, and the rest of the week I take what you call mercuriperine. It's a plant in 1800 that they used to treat people with Parkinson's disease. So I take that, and it's approved by my neurologist. So I take that so I don't have the unpleasant side effect of the Cinemac. So
Okay.
I take both the mercuriperine and Cinemac, but I only take Cinemac half for the whole week.
Okay.
Half tablet of 25 milligrams once a week.
Okay. Now, when you miss a dose, um, does it affect you a lot?
Yes.
So
I
so you're very aware of taking the medicine, and you have to take it on time, or doesn't matter if you take it a couple hours one way or the other?
had to take it on time.
Okay, so you're ready for it. And how soon after you take it do you notice an improvement?
Before the condition emerged.
Okay, I don't know if I caught that. How long do you have to take it, Cindy, before you notice an effect? Half
I
hour?
I take it before the condition emerged. I keep myself away from having twitching and spasms conditions. So I take it regularly. I don't just take it when I have problem. I take it keep myself from having problem.
Oh, okay. So it's like kind of a preventative. Is there a difference that you have the symptoms and then you take it? Does that help or forget it? Once the symptoms start, it doesn't matter. You can't take it.
It's too late when you have the symptom.
It's too
You
late,
have
huh?
to take you have to take it daily, even you don't have the symptom. You don't take it as needed. You take it every day, so you
Okay.
don't have the symptom.
Okay. Okay. Well, there's a lot of medicines like that in healthcare. Um, but okay. So, are there any side effects of that medicine?
Yes,
Your dry mouth and things of that nature?
couple others. I don't remember the list. I had to
Okay.
look, but
Okay. That's okay.
and some one of those few. But like I say, I don't take it every day, so I don't have to deal with the side effect.
Okay. Well, how do you consider yourself right now? You stable, getting worse, staying the same, getting better? How do you consider yourself right now with your neurological problem?
It really depends. Right now I'm okay. I
Okay.
just have to watch my level of stress, and sometimes I could be doing good, and sometimes I could be doing bad. So you never know.
Okay. Now, do you drive? Is it okay for you to drive?
I didn't catch. Yes,
You could drive okay?
yes.
That's
Why don't
that.
have
Oh,
why
oh,
don't have conditions? Yeah, I don't drive at night time.
okay. Because of the condition?
Yes, I don't go
Okay.
out at night.
Why is that? Do you feel unsafe, or do you feel like you'll fall, or why don't you go out at night? You can't see well?
Because of the stress,
Okay,
and I need nighttime. My condition get worse
okay,
because
oh,
it's the end of the day and your body are tired.
okay. Yeah, that's a good point. I didn't ask about that. is that every day you just gradually get tired,
Yes.
and at night you're pretty tired.
Yes.
Okay. Do you sleep more than usual? How many hours a night do you sleep normally?
Depends.
About 8 hours a night, 9 hours, 10 hours, 7 hours.
Sometimes 5, sometimes 7, sometimes 8. Depends.
Okay. Well, is there a time when you feel like if you don't sleep more, then you're going to get sick again? Does that affect your disease too, sleep?
Yes.
So if you don't get much sleep, you get worse. Your disease gets worse.
Yes.
Okay. So you probably consciously try to get a good night's sleep. Do you can go to bed early
Yes.
to just
I exercises so I could get this.
yeah. If so you can. Do you take anything to go to sleep, or you just naturally fall asleep?
What?
Do you take any medicines to go to sleep?
No, I don't. I take supplements.
So the only medicine you take is your L-Dopa?
No, I take supplements to help me to go to sleep. But I don't only take L-Dopa. I take a lot of supplements that help
Oh,
me to overall well-being.
oh, okay, okay. So, what made now you wrote a book? What made you write a book? Are you a reader or always a writer? What made you write the book?
Um, I wrote a book because I have an amazing story of the fact that I had double responsive dystonia. I wasn't properly treated until after college. I was able to succeed ac- academically.
Okay.
So I am kind of where out right now because you asked me a lot of.
Oh,
I'm a little bit wear out. So
oh, okay, okay, okay. Well, yeah, we can wrap it up. And actually, Cindy, I'd like to do it again if you don't mind. Would you mind? Would you mind?
sure. Only one condition.
Yeah.
Would you mind get into my book so I could tell my story more
Sure. Okay. I'll tell you what.
in the
Uh,
beginning?
well, I'll tell you what. You think of how you want to structure the interview, and you write it down, and you say how much time, so that we have a very structured interview. And maybe we could do it early in the day, so you're not tired.
Well, it is early in the day. It's just
Oh,
how much I could give out. I can't give out too much.
okay. Okay. Well, you write down exactly what you want to do, the time, and the structure of it, and then we'll just do it again.
Yes.
Yeah, because this is that's why I love this technology. I'm recording it now, but I can just erase it and start again. Big deal. It's like erasing the board. You just erase the board, start again.
Right now on screenplay, and I'm working on to turn my book into a movie.
Oh, good for you.
Yes. So, if it possible, can we talk again? And then, because right now I'm more focusing on my classwork and getting ready for the holiday. With my condition, there's so much I could give out because of my condition and stress level.
Okay.
So, can we get together again like New Year? After
Yeah,
after
that, yeah, that would be fine. That would be fine. There's no hurry.
after New Year would be good, and my class would be over first 2 week of New Year, and then we
Okay.
could have a hang out, and you could invite your friends,
Okay.
and we could talk about the book because basically, have you got a chance to look at the summary of my book?
Not yet, not yet. But I will. I will.
I recommend you. Did you read the press release I sent you?
Yes. Uh-huh. Briefly, yeah.
Okay, I recommend you go to my website and read some read my website and read get a little detail of the newspaper article that I have written about me. So you have a little bit more direction with your interview.
Okay.
So you have more understanding of my story, and then you could help me. Um,
Okay. Well, like I say again, write down how you want it structured. The interview. Or if you want, I can write something how I'd like it structured. What do you want to do? You want me to do that, or you want to do that?
you could do that and send it to me.
Okay, well that's what I'll do. I'm going to write down how I think it can be structured, and then you look at it. See, if you don't agree, then let me know. If you agree, that's fine. I guess you probably want it to be about less than a half hour long, right? About 20-minute interview, half hour interview.
Yeah, about half-hour interview
Half
will
hour
be
interview, okay. And I'll,
would
you know, I'll send you once we get close to New Year's. You just write to me and say, Dr. Bennett, I'm ready to have it next week. Please, send me what the structure of how you think, and then I'll send it to you. And you can change it, keep it the same, or whatever.
after New Year's.
Okay, yeah, that's no problem. That's no problem. Okay, Cindy.
All right, thank you, Dr. John.
Okay, you have a good day.
Thank you, bye-bye.
Bye bye.